Yo, what's good guys, it's creamslice, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I've got a Warlock build that creates near infinity wells guys. We ignite the world and it pretty much makes you the ultimate support Warlock for your fire team for any activity in the game. This is definitely a build made for the end game. Like, I've not really been too excited to play a support Warlock role, but this synergizes so crazy in the fact that we can kind of loop our Well of Radiance and maybe get like 10 to 15 supers within each run of a nightfall is just super important but super powerful at the same time. If you're not using your well, an incandescent solar weapon goes really well with this build. There's a ton of ways that you can choose to go with this. The way that I have set it up is strictly for igniting the world and getting our super back quickly. If you want to change it up and add some firepower mods to your arsenal, you can pretty much do so, but that's going to be your choice at the end. If you find this video helpful or you like any of it, leave a like, subscribe on the channel. We're going to be going harder next season when it drops. We've also got some decent guys in the Discord at the moment. If you want to jump in there, feel free to run some activities with them and get some nightfalls in before the new season. Let's get the build. So with us being on the solar subclass, we are using the Well of Radiance. This gives us a nice 25% damage increase while we're studying it, and it also gives us and our allies an extra 50% damage reduction on top of it. So with the Warlocks, a great thing about us is that we have a ton of synergy with all the subclasses, and when it comes to grenade, we are no bitch. So with the aspect Touch of Flame, basically what this does is, one, it enhances our grenades. If you want to run a healing grenade, it grants us restoration ×2, and solar grenades last longer, and the magma orbs that they spit out deal 50 damage each. This is what we're going to be running for the build, but this is just my preference. Fusions are a top choice as well if you say using the Starfire protocol, but still nonetheless a really great alternative to the solar grenade. The fragments we chose to run with this build is Ember of Combustion, so super kills in our well cause ignitions, and it also applies 50 scorch stacks as well. So this is where I was saying you don't need an incandescent weapon, or you don't need to use your solar abilities, because when you're in a well you're going to be igniting everything. Just run a solar weapon. Then we're using Ember of Torches. Our melee attacks make us and our allies radiant, giving us a nice 25% weapon damage buff. We're also running Ember of Char, solar ignition, spread scorch to our enemies, and we're running Ember of Ashes, so pretty much we apply more scorch stacks to enemies for easier ignitions. This can be with our incandescent weapon or any of our solar abilities. I chose these fragments for the ignitions and purely for the explosion side of things, but you could run Amphibian with healing grenades for extra survivability as another option, say if you're playing solo play. Really solid option as well. With this pretty much being a super spam build, it was only right that we use the Phoenix protocol for this build. So this is really good for high-end PvE. The battle half kills and assists you make while standing in your Well of Radiance return super energy. So this can be up to 50% the more kills that you get, and with the mod setup that we have going on, we can get you that extra 50% as well, returning our full super within possibly less than a minute, depending on what the enemy situation looks like. But nonetheless, you will always have a Well of Radiance up for any encounter within any of the nightfalls. So as we go into the mods really quickly, on the helmet we are running double assets to assets for bonus super energy on grenade kills, and we are using elemental charge as well, so we become charged with 2 stacks when we pick up an elemental well that matches our subclass, which that will be a solar elemental well. On the arms we're running impact induction, melee attacks reduce our grenade cooldown, and we are running elemental ordnance. So this is the way that we are going to be creating solar wells from grenade kills. On the chest piece we have thermal shock plating. This will 25% damage resist to solar and arc, and we're slotting another void resist in there, giving us a 25% damage reduction from all light elements. Energy converter, so using our grenade when we are charged with light gives us super energy. This can give us up to 50% of our super energy back. So the way that you will work this when you're trying to max out your super and get that loop going, what you want to do, you want to throw your well of radiance down straight away, and as soon as you land in your well, you want to have full max stacks of charge with light. With a full grenade, you want to throw your grenade. This will boost your super up to near the 50% mark, and then what you want to do, you want to carry on getting kills inside your well of radiance to pretty much get you up to 75%. Then rinse and repeat with the loop with grenades. On the boots we're running supercharge, so this will enable us to hold 4 stacks of charge with light. On the class item we're running double bomber mod to shave seconds off of our grenade cooldown when we use our rift, and we also have bountiful wells on there as well, so every time we get a grenade kill we will spawn 2 elemental wells. Pick these up and we now become charged with light times 4 to get nearly off of our 50% of our super back when we throw our grenade. So the way I was using this is, in the last hunter build I was using stacks on stacks, but I wanted to take advantage of the double bomber mod because it really works well when you're using your rift, and this allowed me to get even more grenade energy back faster rather than using a void element for my class item. So as for weapons, any solar weapon, like I said at the start, works amazing with this build. My favourite is the Amit AR2 with enhanced incandescent for amazing ignitions, but feel free to use whatever suits your fancy in the solar selection. So this is pretty much the build, guys, a super spam build for your endgame activities. Hopefully it will help you grind out some nightfalls before the season ends. I'm Creamslice. Peace.